Hey there, you looking kinda cute. Please consider subscribing and check out our Patreon for more. Enjoy the video. The evening news droned on in the background as Melinda flipped through a magazine on the couch. A story came on that caught her attention and she looked up at the TV. Hey, Harry, check this out. Harry glanced over from his recliner. On the screen, a flamboyantly dressed man with heavy makeup was being interviewed. The caption read, "Local drag queen shares his story." Huh, you don't see that every day, Harry remarked, turning back to his phone. Melinda watched, intrigued, as the man described his passion for female impersonation and performing in drag shows. When the segment ended, she turned to Harry. You know, I've always been curious about that, what it feels like for a man to dress as a woman. The clothes, the makeup, the whole experience of embodying a different gender. Harry chuckled. Can't say it's something I've ever thought much about. Seems like a lot of work. Oh, come on, you've never been even a little bit curious? I think every guy wonders what it's like at some point. Not this guy, Harry said, eyes still glued to his phone screen. I'm quite comfortable in my manly pants and shirts, thanks. Melinda got a mischievous glint in her eye. What if I dared you to try it? Just once, just to see what it feels like. I think it'd be a fun, eye-opening experience. Harry finally looked up, eyebrows raised. You want me to cross-dress? Seriously? In what universe would I agree to that? Oh, don't be such a stick in the mud, Melinda needled playfully. Where's your sense of adventure? It's not like anyone else would know. Just you and me. Not happening, Harry stated firmly, going back to scrolling. Hard pass. But Melinda wasn't about to drop it that easily. She was on a mission now. For the rest of the evening, she peppered Harry with reasons why he should take her up on the dare. Think of it as a bonding experience for us. Couples should push their boundaries together, she cajoled. I'll do all the work, pick out an outfit, do your hair and makeup. You just have to sit there and let it happen. Harry ignored her, engrossed in a game on his phone, but Melinda could tell he was listening. She kept up her lobbying efforts as they got ready for bed. It takes a real man to be that vulnerable and put himself out there like that. I'd find it very nice, she purred in his ear. Harry sighed and set his phone down, meeting her eager gaze. You're not going to let this go, are you? Melinda grinned and shook her head. Nope, not until you embrace your inner drag queen. Fine, Harry huffed in exasperation. I'll do it. One time just to shut you up about this cross-dressing thing. But I have some conditions. Melinda squealed and clapped her hands. Yes, anything you want, my pretty princess. Name your terms. Well, first of all, never call me that again, Harry said firmly. Second, this stays between us. No pictures, no telling anyone. And third, I'm picking the outfit. You're no fun, Melinda pouted. But deal. I'm just excited you agreed. This is going to be epic. An experience you'll never forget. Harry looked less than convinced as he shut off the light. Why do I feel like I'm going to regret this? He muttered. But Melinda was already busy plotting what look to put together for him. She could barely contain her excitement, her straight-laced husband all dolled up. This was going to be delicious. The next evening, Melinda was ready with supplies. She sat a wary-looking Harry down at her vanity. Let's do this! Time for your big transformation, she sing-songed. First shave yourself. Sure, Harry said. After that, she draped a cover around him and got to work. Foundation, contouring, smoky eyeshadow, false lashes, the works. Harry grumbled under his breath, but submitted to her makeover. Next, she presented him with the outfit she'd put together, a slinky red cocktail dress and black pumps. Harry eyed the short hemline with trepidation. I don't know about this, Mel. It's so girly. I feel ridiculous already, and I'm not even wearing it yet. Oh, hush, you're going to look fabulous, Melinda assured him. The first rule of cross-dressing is commit to the illusion. With much wheedling and prodding, she got him into the dress and shoes. She styled the wig she'd bought and arranged it on his head, some jewelry and a spritz of perfume, and her creation was complete. Voila! Take a look, honey, Melinda said proudly, spinning him to face the mirror. You're a knockout. Harry gaped at his reflection. He barely recognized himself under the heavy makeup, long, lustrous hair, and feminine attire. He had to admit Melinda had done an impressive job. He actually looked pretty good, in an exotic, gender-bending way. Melinda made him pose for her, strutting back and forth in the heels, swishing the skirt flirtatiously. Harry felt utterly self-conscious at first, but her enthusiasm and praise bolstered his confidence. He began camping it up, imitating runway walks and exaggerated model poses to make her laugh. Work it, girl! You're a natural, Melinda crowed. How does it feel? The smooth slide of silk on your skin, the tightness of the dress, the sway of the skirt? Describe it to me. It feels different, sleek and nice, powerful in a way, Harry admitted. I don't hate it, actually. It's kind of a fun, Melinda beamed. I knew you'd get into it once you relaxed. You wear it well. I think we've unleashed something here. She made him keep the outfit on for the rest of the night as they ate dinner and watched TV, wanting to prolong the experience for him. Harry found himself forgetting he was cross-dressed as the evening went on, moving more naturally in the constricting clothing. When it was time for bed, Melinda helped him remove all the parts. Harry grinned at her, now back in his boxer briefs as his hairy chest. Maybe you awakened a new girl in me. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did. I'll keep that in mind, Melinda said wickedly as she led him to bed. Over the next few days, Harry found his mind constantly drifting back to that night and how it felt to be dressed up as a woman. As much as he tried to focus on work or other things, the memory of the silky dress against his skin and the way the heels changed his posture kept intruding. He caught himself absent-mindedly stroking the smooth part of his cheek that Melinda had shaved and made up. The lingering scent of the perfume she'd spritzed him with seemed to follow him around. At first, he dismissed it as just the novelty of the unusual experience. But as the week went on, he realized it was more than that. He'd genuinely enjoyed the sensations and the way it made him feel. Alluring, elegant, feminine. It had unlocked something in him, a new side begging to be explored further. He debated bringing it up to Melinda, unsure how she'd react. Would she think it was weird that he wanted to do it again? Judge him for liking it so much? He worried it would change how she saw him as a husband and a man, but the urge continued to build until he couldn't stand it anymore. One night after dinner, as they were cleaning up, he cleared his throat awkwardly. So, remember that thing we did last weekend? With the cross-dressing? Melinda glanced up from loading the dishwasher, curious. Yeah, of course. What about it? Harry shifted his weight, suddenly feeling shy. Well, I was thinking, or wondering, I guess, if maybe you'd want to do that again sometime. Melinda's eyebrows shot up in surprise. Really? You want to dress up in drag again? Harry nodded, feeling his cheeks flush. Yeah, I think I do. I can't seem to get it out of my head. I know it's kind of weird, but I really liked it. The whole process of the transformation and how I felt after. It was fun to step outside myself for a bit. A slow smile spread across Melinda's face. Baby, I think that's great. I'm so glad you enjoyed yourself. Of course we can do it again. I'd love that. Relief flooded through Harry at her enthusiastic response. Really? Cool. Yeah, I think I need to, explore this more. See what other looks we can come up with. Melinda was already rushing ahead with ideas. Oh, let's do a whole different vibe this time. Last time was like a glam bombshell. What if we try more of a bohemian hippie chick style? I'm thinking a flowy maxi dress, Grecian sandals, maybe a floppy hat. They spent the rest of the evening excitedly brainstorming different outfits and aesthetics for Harry's burgeoning feminine persona. By the end of the night, they had a whole mood board mapped out and plans to enact the next makeover that very weekend. When Saturday rolled around, Melinda gleefully got out her kit and sat Harry down once again to work her magic. This time, she gave him a more natural, earthy look with dewy skin, a soft pink lip, and loosely braided hair interwoven with small flowers. The gauzy pastel dress she'd picked fit Harry surprisingly well, skimming over his masculine shape and creating the illusion of curves. Strappy metallic sandals and a collection of bangles completed the boho look. Harry checked himself out in the mirror, pleased with the results. He looked like the kind of natural, pretty girl who'd spend her summers at music festivals, dancing barefoot in fields of wildflowers. "Wow, I barely recognize myself," he murmured. "You're getting really good at this, babe." Melinda preened at the compliment, proud of her handiwork. "It helps to have such a good canvas to work with. You've got great bone structure to play up. And your legs. Wasted on a man, I'm telling you." Harry did a little twirl, marveling at the way the flowy skirt swished around him. He felt graceful, ethereal, in a way he never had before. Slipping into this feminine role was intoxicating. They spent the day watching rom-coms and having a carpet picnic, with Harry fully embracing his inner bohemian flower child. He found himself feeling more relaxed and sensitive, getting misty-eyed at sentimental scenes he'd usually scoff at. "Look at you, turning into a big softie," Melinda teased as she handed him a tissue. "Dresses bringing out your mushy side." Shut up," Harry mumbled, dabbing at his eyes. "I think it's this persona. She's very in touch with her emotions, okay?" Melinda giggled and squeezed his hand. "Well, I like her. She's sweet." As the credits rolled on the last movie, Harry sighed and shook out his hair, fingering the delicate blooms still woven in. "I don't want to take this off," he admitted. "It feels too soon." Melinda gave him a speculative look. "Well, there's no reason you have to. We could always go out like this. Hit up the shops downtown, maybe grab dinner somewhere fun. Really take this little experiment into the real world." Harry's eyes widened. "Go out? In public? While I'm all, He gestured at his decidedly feminine appearance. Melinda shrugged. "Why not? No one will even realize it's you under there. And it's not like crossdressing is illegal. Drag queens go out all the time." Harry bit his lip, considering the radical idea. It was one thing to play dress-up in the privacy of their own home. The thought of being seen by other people both thrilled and terrified him. But the more he imagined strolling down the street in a pretty sundress and having strangers compliment him or open doors for him, the more he wanted to experience it firsthand. Melinda clapped her hands together gleefully. "Yes, this is going to be so much fun. But first things first, if we're really doing this, you need a name. We can't very well have me calling you Harry when you're all dolled up like a pretty lady." Harry nodded, seeing the sense in that. "Good point. I hadn't really thought about it. What do you think would suit me?" He did a little shimmy in his bohemian getup. Melinda looked him over appraisingly, tapping a finger against her lips. "Something whimsical to go with your flowy fairy vibe. Ooh, I know. What about Luna, because you're my magical moon goddess?" "Luna," Harry repeated, testing it out. A slow smile spread across his face. "I like that. Yeah, let's go with Luna." "Perfect." Melinda bounced on her toes. "Okay, Luna, you ready to make your big debut? Let's hit the shops." Bolstered by his new name and Melinda's encouragement, Harry felt a thrill of anticipation as they got in the car. He was really doing this, going out in public as a woman. It was nerve-wracking and exhilarating all at once. The next day, Melinda seemed to sense his hesitation as she pulled out of the driveway. She reached over and gave his hand a squeeze. "Hey, it's going to be great. You look beautiful and no one will suspect a thing. Just relax and enjoy the experience." Harry took a deep breath and tried to channel the carefree confidence of Luna. "You're right. I can do this. Luna is a social butterfly who turns heads wherever she goes." He fluffed up his hair and checked his lip gloss in the visor mirror. Melinda laughed. "That's the spirit! Work it, girl!" They arrived at the outdoor mall and found a parking spot. Harry smoothed down his skirt and then froze. "Wait, how do I get out of the car in this? I don't want to flash anyone." Knees together, then swing your legs out and stand up in one smooth motion, Melinda coached. Harry did as instructed, wobbling a bit in the wedge sandals, and was soon standing up beside the car. His dress fluttered in the warm breeze, and he automatically held it down. Huh, I never realized how much you have to think about wearing a dress, he mused, making sure it doesn't ride up or blow open. Welcome to being a woman, Melinda said wryly. It's the little things. Now come on, let's shop. Arm in arm, they strolled towards the storefronts, blending in with the other weekend shoppers and couples. Harry glanced around surreptitiously, but no one seemed to be paying him any particular attention. So far, so good. They wandered into a home goods store first. Harry relaxed as he browsed the scented candles and throw pillows, momentarily forgetting his feminine attire. An older woman smiled at him in the picture frame aisle. That's a lovely dress, dear. Such a beautiful color on you, she complimented him in passing. Thank you so much, Harry replied automatically, pitching his voice higher before he could think about it. The woman continued on her way, and Harry turned to Melinda with a megawatt smile, barely able to contain his excitement. Did you hear that? She called me dear and complimented my dress. Well, yeah, because you look gorg, Melinda said, booping him on the nose teasingly. I told you you'd pass with flying colors. Emboldened by the positive reaction, Harry held his head high as they moved on to a clothing boutique. He noticed appreciative glances from both men and women as he browsed the racks with Melinda, hips swaying unselfconsciously. Luna, over here! You have to try this on, Melinda called, holding up a gauzy polka dot blouse. It would look so cute with white capris. Harry blinked in surprise, then quickly got into character, mincing over to Melinda with a girlish toss of his hair. Ooh, yes, that's totes adorbs, he trilled in a bubbly voice. And look at this sundress. The color is giving me life right now. They filled their arms with outfits for Luna to try on, giggling together like a couple of girlfriends. In the dressing room, Harry put on his first sundress. The silky material hugged his chest and then flared out at the waist, draping gracefully to just above his knees. He did a little twirl, admiring how the skirt swished around his smooth legs. The dress was pale yellow with a delicate floral print, the very picture of feminine charm. Mel, what do you think of this one? He called, pulling back the curtain and striking a pose. Melinda fanned herself. Fava voom! Look at you, Miss Thing. That's it. You have to get that one. No question. They spent the next hour or so like that, with Luna, he was thinking of himself exclusively in those terms now, modeling different looks, and Melinda offering commentary and advice. A few more shoppers complimented him here and there, one woman even asking where he'd gotten his shoes. He fell into easy conversation with her, bonding over designers and lamenting the lack of cute heels in larger sizes. A true challenge for Luna's large feet, she confided with a laugh. By the time they left the boutique with several bags in tow, Harry was walking on air. Being Luna was a giddy high he never wanted to come down from. He didn't feel like he was playing a character anymore. This felt like an authentic expression of himself. At Melinda's suggestion, they capped off the successful outing with dinner at a cafe on the terrace. Harry chose a table and then wondered briefly if he should pull out Melinda's chair for her before mentally slapping himself. He was the lady here. He sat down, crossed his legs demurely at the ankle, and placed his clutch purse on the table as Melinda took her seat with a knowing smile. Surveying the menu through mascara-coated lashes, Harry ignored the beer list and instead zeroed in on the fruity cocktails. Ooh, the mango spritzer sounds yummy, he commented. Whatever you want, sweetie. It's your day, Melinda said warmly. When the waiter arrived, Harry shot him a dazzling smile and ordered the spritzer in a lightly feminine tone, enjoying the way the young man stumbled a bit over his words as he wrote it down. The rest of the evening passed in a similar fashion as Harry relaxed fully into Luna's skin. It no longer felt like an outfit he was wearing, but a true expression of some fundamental part of himself. Conversation and laughter flowed freely as he and Melinda talked about anything and everything through a female lens. As they lingered over coffee and dessert, Harry found himself opening up to Melinda in a way he never had before, sharing private thoughts and insecurities. Something about inhabiting this softer persona made him feel safe being vulnerable. "I want this to be more than just a sometimes thing," he admitted, fiddling with one of his bangles. "I want Luna to be a real part of me I can express whenever I need to." Is that weird? Melinda reached across the table and laced her fingers through his. "Not at all, baby. I love seeing you like this. You're radiant and joyful in a whole new way. I want to support you exploring this side of yourself however you need to." Harry felt tears prick his eyes at her easy acceptance. "Thank you. That means so much to me. I love you, Mel." "I love you too, you big sap," she said, giving his hand a squeeze. "Both Harry and Luna. My partner in all things." They walked out of the restaurant hand in hand, Harry's shopping bag swinging from his free arm. He knew he'd have to change back into masculine clothing when they got home and returned to being Harry, but it was a comfort to know that Luna would always be there inside him now, just waiting to come out and play. In the coming weeks and months, Harry gradually integrated Luna into his daily life more and more. What started as designated Luna days on weekends evolved into letting her out whenever the mood struck. He began keeping some of his prettier pieces in their shared closet, slips and skirts nestled next to slacks and button-downs. Their vanity now overflowed with both men's and women's toiletries, cologne mingling with perfume, hair gel alongside nail polish. Some days, Harry would go to work in a suit and tie like always, the picture of a put-together professional. But beneath his masculine armor, he'd be wearing stockings and lace, a secret reminder of the woman within. Other times, if he was working from home or just running quick errands, he'd let Luna take the wheel entirely, dressing up in one of their carefully curated outfits and styling a wig. Melinda taught him how to do his own makeup, the two of them giggling together in the bathroom mirror as he practiced liquid eyeliner and contouring. It got to the point where Harry and Luna almost shared a complete wardrobe, a perfect melding of his masculine and feminine sides. Button-ups that could be worn tucked into men's trousers or belted over a flowy skirt. Jeans that hugged Luna's hips in all the right ways, but also worked for Harry's more androgynous days. Even their shoe collections began to mingle, boots and loafers intermingling with heels and ballet flats. There was something so freeing about never feeling confined to any one gender presentation, Harry mused as he considered his options one morning. He could mix and match from their shared closet to his heart's content, sliding fluidly between his male self and female alter ego as the situation and his internal compass dictated. Tapping his chin, he finally decided on a men's V-neck t-shirt in a soft pink that complemented his skin tone, paired with one of Luna's flowing floral maxi skirts. A swipe of tinted lip balm and a spritz of light perfume, and he was ready to face the day. Not quite Harry, but not fully Luna either. Somewhere wonderfully in between. Melinda whistled appreciatively when he came downstairs. "Look at you, gorgeous, rocking that boy meets girl realness." Harry did a little twirl, winking at her cheekily. "I love it. And I love you, my partner in fashion crime." She looped her arms around his neck and pulled him in for a kiss, proud of the journey they'd taken together and the love they'd fostered by letting each other's true selves shine through, in all their colorful, multifaceted glory. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out Patreon for a lot more content and early access to YouTube videos.